All right, we're going to look at a diagram today of some parallel lines with two different transversals intersecting those parallel lines. Now, you'll notice that these parallel lines that are black have these little marks on them, and those marks, that's notation that indicates that these two lines are parallel. That means we can assume that all the angles on this transversal have a special relationship, and the ones on this transversal also have that relationship. So now I'm going to give you ask you some questions, and we're going to look and see if we can figure out, based on those relationship, which angle pairs have a special relationship. Okay, so let's look at this diagram again, and we are going to look for all the pairs of corresponding angles that we can find. So in this case, we want to focus on one transversal at a time, because these angles and these angles, there's no relationship between the two. So really, we just need to look at the one transversal and then the other. The other thing that's important is these four little angles that are created up here, these angles don't have any relation to the angles that are on this on the parallel lines, where the transversal hits the parallel lines. Okay, so yes, these two, 1 and 4, and angles 2 and 3, they are vertical angles. But that's the only, other than saying that they're supplementary, there's really no other relationship that these angles have with anything down here. Okay, so that's really important. We're only talking about the angles where there's a parallel line involved. Okay, so let's talk about corresponding angles. So let's start with this one, angle 13. So I'm actually gonna take a piece of paper and I'm gonna cover up the blue transversal for a minute. Any angles that don't have anything to do with these parallel lines. So, because then it's not so confusing. So angle 13, if I slide down the transversal to the next parallel line, we can see that 13 and angle 17 are corresponding. Okay? If we look at 14 and 18 are corresponding. We look at 15 and 19 are corresponding. And 16 and 20. Those are all corresponding angle pairs. Now let's take our paper and slide it over so we can see this side. Well, if we start with angle 5, we just need to slide down to angle 11. Angle 7, I can't believe I said that, excuse me. 5 and angle, I hope you caught my mistake. 5 and angle 9 are corresponding here and here. Angle 7 and angle 11 are corresponding. 6 is corresponding to angle 10. And angle 8 is corresponding with angle 12. Okay? Now let's look for alternate interior angle pairs. Again, we only need to look at one transversal at a time, and we're not going to do anything with these up here. So we're looking for interior angles. So we know we're talking about the inside of the parallel lines. So we're only talking about these four right here. So which are the alternate? Alternate meaning on the opposite sides of the transversal. So angle 7 is alternate interior angles with angle 10. And angle 8 and angle 9 are alternate interior. Let's go over to the green transversal. Here we are again, the interior angles. So angle 15 and 18 and 16 and 17. And we can see that they are congruent. Now let's look for alternate exterior angle pairs. So again, these angles are not involved. So we're just looking at one transversal at a time. But this time we're going to be talking about the exterior. So angle 5 is alternate exterior with angle 12. And angle 6 and angle 11, because these are congruent in measure. Let's look over at the green transversal. Alternate exterior. If we start with angle 13, it is alternate exterior with angle 20. And angle 14 and angle 19 are alternate exterior. Now let's look for some same side interior pairs of angles. Same side interior, again, we're going to be looking on the inside, but we're only going to be looking at one transversal at a time. And this time I'm not going to cover it up because you're not always going to have that luxury of being able to do that. So we're only looking at the interior ones, but the same side interior pairs means we're talking about these two. So angle 15 and angle 17, angle 16 and angle 18. Hope you can see all my writing. And angle 7 and angle 9 and angle 8 and angle 10. And I hope that you remember that the relationship of these two, the same side interior, is that they are supplementary. If we wanted to know same side exterior pairs, again, I'm going to use a yellow highlighter. Then we're just looking on the outside of the parallel lines. So 13 and 19 are same side exterior pairs. 14 and 20 are same side exterior. 5 and 11 are same side exterior. And I don't have another marker, so I'm just going to circle it or another highlighter. Angle 6 and angle 12 are same side exterior. Okay, I hope that makes sense and that helps you to be able to complete the work that we were doing today.